Hi, my name's Justin Messenger. I'm from the Northeast, and I'd love to launch a campaign today with your help. I'm launching a coffee house with a difference, a coffee house that helps us bring coal, yes, that's right, coal, back to the Northeast. What's coal got to do with coffee, and what's coffee got to do with coal? Well, I'll tell you. Coffee we enjoy by the cup, in its thousands and its millions probably every year. And that coffee produces a waste. Coffee grains. Coffee grains currently, in the main, get disposed of by just being thrown in the bin. And we're throwing away a valuable commodity there, because under extreme pressure, that coffee can be turned into coffee coal briquettes. Now there's the link. Coffee coal briquettes. So coffee coal briquettes actually burn longer and hotter than wood, only produce 1% ash, and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. If we can produce enough, and if we can get the message out there that this is there in its abundance, it can actually be much better for the environment if you use it instead of coal or woods or wet woods, etc. And it can be burnt on your barbecue, it can be burnt on your multi-fuel stove, and because it burns hotter and longer, you get more value for your money and obviously less impact on the environment, 80% less impact on the environment to be precise. So it's a fantastic opportunity. It's an opportunity that's steeped in history because we'll be celebrating mining. I've got a father that was a miner, his father was a miner. They both worked on the coal face. I'm sure you have family and friends that did exactly the same. And other occupations besides that within the mining industry. And I'd want to celebrate that history and remember my father and his father, who are long gone, unfortunately, but celebrate what they did for us. Also, I'd like to make history in bringing coal back to the Northeast. I can only do that with your help, and I'm sure you'd be like to be part of that journey. I'm just an ordinary person with a little bit of an idea, but I need help and support in doing it, in making it happen. Let's come together as a community and make this happen. We celebrate the Durham Miners Gala every year, where miners and their families come from all over the region to support a fantastic day out and a fantastic day that marks our history, our link to the mining industry. Let us relive that. Let us make it reborn in coffee coal. Let us create the coffee house that will be called the Coal House, and enjoy the coffee, knowing full well that that is celebrating the mining industry. Only difference is you don't have to mine it. It's not as dangerous, but it'll still be doing exactly what coal does, and that is producing heat and producing a sustainable energy source that we can all tap into for a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the risk. I'd also like your help in the fact of, I'd like your stories. If you're willing to give me your story and put your mining history and your family's past up on the walls, on the floors, on the tables, on the menus, anywhere I can put them in the Coal House, I'd love your stories. I'd love you to come and celebrate and actually be able to point out and say, that's my story, that's my family's history there, right there. Now, I may not be able to print them all, I may not get that many, but the ones I do, I will do my level best to share with everyone, with your permission, in the Coal House. What's more is, we've road tested everything. We've got all the equipment, we just need a premises, which we've identified, and it's in a brilliant place in the middle, in the heart of Durham city centre. It's not expensive. We've done our best to have probably a great start with it, in the fact that we get the first 3 months free. You may be able to help us negotiate a better term, and we're willing and open to that. So you might be an equity investor that can open doors. You might be a landlord that might be able to give us a premises free. You might be just a very good soul that has a little bit of spare cash and can help us reach our target of £12,000 to help us sustain the business going forward, to help us market the fact that we want to bring coal back to the northeast, to help us secure that property and take ourselves on our next part of our journey. You may be even able to help us share this video. The more people that share the video, the more people that are likely to see it and actually donate to our cause. What a fantastic, great story, news story this would be if we could bring together coal back to the northeast. In fact, we'd make history. We'd celebrate history, we'd make history, and better still, we'd make a cleaner, safer and better environment for our children and the next generations to come. You can help us in all manner of ways. We're open to everything. If you want to get on board, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to discuss the proposition further. And if you have a van or an ambulance, yes, an ambulance, because you all think that coffee is the 5th emergency service. You can't function properly or get through your working day without your magic cup of coffee. Well, come and taste ours. We use a regional expert roaster in the fact that it's Ousburn Coffee Company, and they have a brilliant roast and a brilliant tasting cup of coffee, and we'd love to serve it to you from the Coal House with your help, celebrating history, creating history and creating a better future for all. Thanks very much for listening. Share this video whenever you can and wherever you can, and if you can donate, if you can help us, oh my Lord, I'd love to see that, and I'd thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for listening. I'll speak soon and see you in the Coal House.